Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Self Love Sunday Live. In today's session, I am going to be talking about body confidence with my sister Neelam, who is a personal stylist, and she's just going to sign in, and I'm just going to let some of you guys sign on as well. So I think she's in, and she's just requested to join. So let me just see if I can get. Okay. So I'm just going to wait for a few others to join in. Neelam, I've just accepted your request. So hopefully we'll get you in. We did have a practice session before this and it just didn't, something was happening with Instagram and we couldn't get her on. I'm going to try with the live. If not, she is in the comments. So we'll be chatting to her in the comments. I'm also going to try and invite you myself as well, which I think has gone through the invite. So just keep me posted in the comments, Neelam, if you can get in. But otherwise, thanks, Dins, for coming in, Ekval for coming in, and hopefully we'll get a few other people joining in soon. But otherwise, like I said, today we're going to be talking about body confidence with Neelam, and hopefully she'll get into the video soon. But before we do that, I just want to remind you that my self-love retreat is happening next Saturday, so less than a week to go. If you haven't booked your ticket, make sure you book your ticket. Because can I just add that what you get from me on Instagram and through these are like, it's just a bit of me. But if you actually want to experience a little bit more of my self-love journey and my self-love energy, it's really good to be in person. And I just feel like I can give so much more in person. And I'll be doing a yoga practice where I'll be really like working with you, working with adjustments and everything as well to go deeper into the practice. So I've only got a couple of spaces left actually. So if you want to join, it's next Saturday in Bushey, and you can check out all the details on my website. So it's www.yogawithjaina.com. And let's get into the conversation today. So I'm going to talk about body confidence. And the first question I had for Neelam, and I'm just going to check if she can join in again. Let me try again. It just says Neelam, personal stylist, is unable to join. So keep trying, Neelam, if you can get in. That would be great. Oh, I can hear something. Can you see me? I can't see you. Oh,
I can see you.
You can see me. Yeah. Okay. And if anyone's listening, could you just let us know in the comments if you can see both of us? But otherwise, I can hear you, Neelam. So let's just like carry on with the discussion. So, what the first question I had is, how do you feel your relationship with your body has changed over the years?
Yeah. So that's quite a big question, I think. I think for me, I've always had a bit of a hard relationship with my body. I think from when I was younger, I didn't really understand my body. And I think when I was younger, I was overweight and I was very aware of that, but I didn't really know what that meant and I didn't really know what my body was telling me. And then as I moved from like my teens to my 20s, I yo-yoed a lot between my weight. So I would lose weight and then I'd put on weight. And I was really hard on my body, I think, during that time. So in terms of like food I was eating and how I was like moving my body in terms of exercise and things. So I think there was a real struggle with my body. And then it's only when I really came into my 30s that things kind of started to change. And I think it's because I became a lot more aware of myself that I then started becoming more in tune with my body. And I think things like practices like yoga and things, they helped me get into my body because I started listening to it. So quietening all the noise from outside, I started to then listen to my body and hear what it was telling me. So it's been a bit of a evolution and a journey that I've been on to get closer to my body. And it's really strange because our bodies are things that we have, from birth, like that's us, right? But we can really struggle to understand them.
And I think that's the great thing, like obviously as you age, like what's so great about the thing is as we age and we go through life is that our relationship with our body can deepen if we allow it to, and if we become aware and we're doing the practices like yoga to connect with our body, right? Which is really beautiful. So I think it's amazing that you've had that growth. And I obviously know that you've had that struggle as well with your body and that relationship with your body, but
Yeah.
it's great to see now and the connection that you have with your body.
Mhm.
And you kind of hold yourself up and you just are really confident with yourself and your body and how you see your body as well and how
Yeah.
you look at it. Because the next question I wanted to ask you is like, what is your current mental narrative around your body and how do you mentally feel about your body?
Yeah, so much stronger. I think um I don't I think before there was a lot of like internal negative self-talk,
Mm.
whereas now I'm just aware that I speak about my body in my mind a lot in a lot more of a kinder way than I used to, and I have a lot more respect for my body. So I've learned over the years, like even when you go through difficult times in life, good times in life, your body is something that's always there. It's always there to protect you, to hold you up, to showcase who you are. And I think that
Mm.
my mental narrative has changed a lot because I'm just so much more accepting of everything it does
Yeah.
and aware of what it's doing. And I'm also giving it grace and space and time as well. So, like, even when we go through like illness or if we're not well, just making sure you're giving your time body to rest and recover. Whereas before, I think I wouldn't have done that. So,
Yeah.
I'm just
Mm.
becoming a lot more loving of my body.
Yeah. And I think really like intuitively, like listening to your
Mm.
body and what it needs,
Yeah,
right? Because I think so often we can get like busy
yeah,
with the outside world and we forget about what our body needs. And I think it's really important, that mental narrative of like your relationship with your body and the outside world,
yeah.
and like how you want to be seen and how you
Mm.
want to represent
Yeah,
yourself. And obviously that comes from doing the inner work. And that's key, right? If we actually feel like we're confident within our bodies and
yeah,
we're wearing the clothes we want to wear, we're looking the way that we want to look, like that can give us the confidence to get out in the world and be the person that we want to be,
yeah,
right? So
definitely. I think that's
yeah,
where a lot of like clients struggle when they come to me because until you're willing to like understand who you are, what your personality is, how you want people to see you, it can then really be hard to reflect that through what you're
yeah,
wearing. So
yeah,
once you get more confident in yourself and who you are and how you want people to see you, that automatically then translates into your body and then how you reflect that through what you wear.
yeah. And I think that's really important because you need to work from the inside out, right? So it's really just developing and honing that inner world and inner experience and
Yeah,
inner mental narrative to be able to then be the person that you want to be and showcase to the world,
yeah,
which really ties in. Like if we go back to yoga, it really ties in with the second chakra, which is the sacral chakra, which is all about how the outside world
yeah,
sees us and perceives us
yeah,
and how we want to represent ourselves. So there's lots of like meditations that we can do on the sacral chakra, which can help with that actually. So if anyone's watching and listening and thinking, yeah, that I feel like that's me, there's a lot you can do to open up that sacral chakra and then open up your inner world so that you can reflect yourself into the outer world
yeah,
in the way that you want to. So
yeah, definitely.
yeah, I wanted to ask you as well, like what self-care and self-love practices and like how do you love your body and what do you do to like boost your body confidence?
Yeah. So I think one of the first ones is like I was speaking about, like how I'm speaking to myself. So things like words of affirmation. So especially if you're having a down day and you're feeling not so confident in your body, just affirming to yourself all the things that you love about your body, all the things that it does for you. That can really be a good way of increasing your confidence in your
Yeah.
body. Um, I think the second one is what I consume. So when I talk about consumption, it's yes, what I put into my body. So what I'm eating, what I'm drinking. I've just become a lot more in tune with the foods and the drinks that like work for my body, and
Yeah.
also those that don't. But then also what I consume in terms of like things like media. So I think
Mhm.
that's a big area around body confidence, body positivity, especially with things like Instagram now and all the social media channels. What are you
Yeah.
consuming? What accounts are you following? What are they telling you? What are they talking about? What books are you reading? All of these sorts of things can like impact how we then view our own bodies, and also if we're not seeing ourselves represented in certain places, that can also make us feel sometimes inadequate, or like we're not seen or represented out there. So it's just really important to consume the right things,
Yeah.
I think. So I'm mindful of who I follow on Instagram, what I read, and then also what I wear.
Yeah.
So I think that's like the layer that you can add on top. So how are you showing up? What clothes are you wearing? If you're like working from home, is it a case that every day you just put on your joggers and it's not really making you feel great?
Mm.
Could there be an element of something that you can wear that makes you feel really, really good every day? Color is a big way in which I work. So today I thought I'd wear pink because it's Self Love Sunday. So pink, the color of like love and femininity. So yeah, color can really boost how you're feeling, and I feel like I'm seen and heard when I wear color as well. Like I think
Yeah.
it's showing a piece of me, it's showing a bit of my identity, especially being like a British South Asian. Like color is a big part of our culture,
Mhm.
and I feel like adorning your body in those colors is a really nice way to show a little bit of you as well.
Yeah.
So I think there's
Yeah,
loads of ways in which you can yeah, like love your body and show it
definitely.
love.
Yeah, I think it's being really active in those practices, right? And actually,
Mm.
having the motivation and the drive to do that for yourself. And I know some people joining might just think, oh, this is really hard. And if that's the case, then like obviously you can speak to myself and Neelam, like on the side, you can DM us. And obviously we offer services that can help you to just increase your sense of self-esteem and increase your connection to yourself so that you can feel body confident. And there's so many different practices, like you said, like the affirmations are really good.
Mm.
And what you wear. And I've done some work with you, obviously, and just revamped my wardrobe with you as well. And I just feel like now I do feel more confident. Like I do feel more confident in like my body and my body
Mm.
shape. I know what to wear, what makes me feel good, and it feels really important. And there are days when, I'm at home and I'm chilling it just in my joggers and stuff, and that's fine as well. I think it's having a balance of that, but also, if there are days where I'm feeling a little bit down and I need to
Mm.
get out and about, like I will make myself like wear something that I want to wear to lift my spirits up. And color is definitely doing that. That's why I wore this jumper today, because I thought I'm speaking to Neelam. I've definitely got to wear like some color. Um,
I
and
think
yeah, it just feels brighter.
yeah,
It feels good.
yeah, it radiates off you. I think when you wear color, it can make you. It doesn't even matter what other people think. It's just how it makes you
Yeah.
feel, I think.
Yeah, and I think I heard a quote or something recently about um like allow yourself to overdress. Like it's
Yeah,
okay to overdress because yes, it's going to make you seen
yeah,
and hurt, and especially if that's something you're struggling with. And like you said, like a lot of women from the South Asian culture, like we've been taught to not be seen and not be heard and to kind of hide away, and our identity has been stripped. Even though there is a lot of color in our culture, we do need to embrace that side, even in the Western world, because we need to be allow ourselves to be seen and heard.
yeah,
And I definitely think at the moment we are doing that more, which is great. And I really feel like as brown women, we need to have that platform.
yeah.
So let's embrace color. Let's get back into it
Mm.
and let's showcase ourselves. And
Yeah,
overdress
yeah,
in Western wear or the fusion of both, right? And
definitely.
allow ourselves to be seen. I know you advocate that a lot, so that's really
Mm. Yeah,
important.
I
So the
actually
final
just
question.
sorry, I was just going to say I literally just wrote a blog on it, on
Okay.
how to like add in elements of like the East into how you
Yeah.
dress in the West, and color is one of the tips that I mention.
Okay.
It
Amazing.
feels
Yeah,
quite relevant.
that's pretty good.
Mm.
Yeah, and can we find that on your website, right?
Yeah. You can.
Okay, perfect. And so the final question I had is like, how do you see your relationship and connection with your body being as you age?
Yeah, I think this is it's a really important question. I think the first thing is accepting change.
Mm.
I think we, and especially like women, we go through so many changes in our body through different phases of life. So whether it's, going through aging, pregnancy, perimenopause, menopause, the body is constantly changing and we're constantly having to deal with the fluctuations. So I think it's just being aware that that's going to happen and accepting the change. And I know that's really, really difficult, but I think with that inner work that you do and starting to appreciate your body, that all comes in time. So I think just, accepting change. I think showing your body love in all those like self-care practices that we've talked about. I think movement as well, like how I move my body, like will change throughout those phases of life. So I think finding something that really resonates with you. So whether it is yoga, whether it's going for a nice walk, like what is stimulating your body and your mind as well through that.
Yeah.
And I think because I've been through this whole journey from childhood and struggles with my body, I think I feel a lot more resilient in how I like now go into later years in life, and how I look at my body and protect it. And just coming back home to your body and realizing your body is your home. I
Yeah.
think that's like a really important thing to remember. Like we come into this world in this body on our own. We leave this
Yeah.
world in our body on our own.
Yeah.
So, that's your home.
Yeah.
So,
And last week I actually touched on like the body of the temple,
yeah,
like it's more than a home, like it's sacred.
yeah,
It's a really sacred
yeah,
space.
yeah,
So
yeah. So just treating it with that love and respect,
mm,
and
mm.
I think it's just really, really important.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's great. Yeah, like I think this will really help people like just to feel that connection to their body and to feel inspired to that as your body ages. Like it houses so much. Like there's so
Yeah,
much in there. There's that whole journey of your life and you're carrying that with you.
yeah,
And yeah, we really need to just embrace it, but also to implement those practices that are going to help us to take care of our body
mm,
and to do those things, to eat well, to exercise, to do the inner work. And all of that just does take time.
yeah,
It's really important to do that. So we have a couple of messages in the comments. So many of you have joined in. So thank you so much for coming in. I can see Barsha, Karishma, Pooja, thank you so much. And Din said the subcontinent was only ever color. So right, there was really no black really in the
yeah. We were
subcontinent.
taught actually when we were younger, growing up. I think we were told not to really wear too much black.
Yeah, so
It
it was
was
the
always
opposite,
colour.
right?
It was the
Yeah,
opposite.
yeah, definitely. And then Samantha Reflexology has just put self-care is definitely all the more important before you reach perimenopause, as well as self-love. Be strong and vibrant before you get there. Yeah, actually, it's true. If you can try and instill it beforehand, and if you're listening and you've got kids, like I've got kids, I just want us to try and instill that sense of self-love, which is why I do this. Like beforehand, like to really just own your body and to be
Yeah,
body
if you
confident
can do it from a young age, like
from a
that's
young age,
brilliant.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially like we
Um,
said, because there's so much out there to tell you the opposite. We
yeah.
need to train it in the right way in our homes. If we can do that in our homes, it's brilliant.
Yeah, and just build that body confidence. And I really do believe as well, if you do it yourself, like if you're body confident yourself, then your children will be
Yeah.
it as well, right? It has to start with you.
Mm.
So that's why you need to give yourself the love first. And like I have two kids, but I spend a lot of time on myself still.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
really important.
And it's okay to do that. You don't need to feel guilty or
Yeah,
it's the same when it comes to like what you're wearing or like you said, overdressing if you want to. It doesn't matter what anyone else
yeah,
thinks. And I
yeah,
know that takes a while to like
to get used
be
to.
comfortable to do that. But yeah, if you can get there, it's really powerful.
Yeah, I think it really can boost your self-confidence, your body confidence, obviously, and your sense of like worth and being
Yeah,
valued and being seen and being heard and having that strong identity for
yeah,
yourself. I
exactly.
think identity is really important there as well,
Mm.
like just having a strong identity which you can own and wear and
Yeah,
represent
proud.
when you walk into the door and
Yeah.
be proud of. Yeah, exactly. So I think this was a really good conversation. One last question from Dins. I work with young soldiers and civilians, and a lot of them are so body confident. It's amazing. Oh, wow. That's so amazing that
Amazing.
you do that. Wow. I just can't believe like you do that. That is really great. Oh, yeah, they must be so body confident and in a different way, actually. It must be like mental strength, right? That it comes from a great sense of mental strength that their bodies are like doing what they're doing,
What they're doing.
right?
Yeah. The body is amazing. I think
Yeah.
we just need to remember
Yeah.
so
And
much.
she said, yeah, there's a strong culture of self-worth arising from the millennials. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I think we're moving into a whole different age right now. And I think this self-confidence and self-worth is really growing. And it's really been amazing to talk to you, Neelam, today. I think we are probably running out of time.
Yeah.
But maybe we can try and chat more about it because I just
Yeah.
feel like there's so
Okay.
much to cover and so much to talk about. And before we do finish, so I'm going to post this onto my profile page. I will also put it onto YouTube. But I'd be so grateful if those of you watching can then just come onto my profile page and just add a comment into the post of any self-love practices you do for your body confidence and what you do for your body confidence, because it would be really great to just have like a full list of things that we're all doing that we can refer to and for people to implement into their own practices as well. So that's really good. And yeah, I think sorry, just Samantha reflexology just put so important to be good role models for your kids and talk about ourselves in a positive way, definitely. And then Din's just said that they make me feel so good about the next generation. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. So was there anything else you wanted to add, Nim, before we finish?
That's everything. Thank you so much. And yeah, if you want to like find out a bit more about me, you can head over to my Instagram, my website, it's neelampersonalstylist.com. And yeah, it's been really good to chat about this. I love talking about it.
Yeah, good. Yeah, we'll definitely
Thanks for
chat
having me.
again soon.
Yeah.
And I'll be back here again next Sunday at 9 a.m. But otherwise, have a really good Sunday, everyone, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.